Hey, BTP family, this is Jasmine Haley, the host of the Beyond the Prophy podcast. And today's episode is a straight talk. I was recently talking with a colleague and friend of mine, Katie Moeller. So, hey, girl. And she actually suggested something really awesome, which is to release the straight talks on Monday. So I did not get it to you early this morning, but I definitely want to get this one to you sometime today, so that when you're commuting back home, you can kind of think about this particular quote that I think really, really resonated with me. So I'm on Instagram, right? And when I'm on Instagram, I see a post. I follow this guy called Prince Donnell, and I like him because of the messages that he sends out every day. They're positive, they're reaffirming, they're straight talk. And his post, which was given 3 hours ago, it said, "Repeat after me. This is my last year of tolerating less than I deserve." Can I get an amen for that? Can I get an amen for the fact that we need to be in that frame of mind where we no longer tolerate less than what we deserve? I was reading an article today from today's RDH, which was created by Kara RDH, and it was an article written by Michelle Strange. Hey, Michelle, from A Tale of Two Hygienists. And she's talking about, the options out of the op and how we should beware because people are jaded and people may be talking from their own experience and could be leading others to have a negative view of our profession. And this very much I agree. I want you to understand, first of all, what exactly is Beyond the Prophy. Beyond the Prophy is simply becoming the best version of yourself. I'm not focusing on just clinical. I'm focusing in diving deep, going into the gut, the soul of who you are as a person. What is your passion? What is your why? Until you fully understand who you are, what you deserve, and what you're intended for, what your calling is, you will never truly be happy, whether you have a clinical job or you are working outside of the op. So what I want to make clear to everyone is thinking beyond the prophy does not mean you need to leave the op. I can't say that enough. So many of us are disgruntled and upset and tired of all of the monotony that comes with working in a job. Well, if you're in dentistry or outside of dentistry in some other field, it doesn't matter. The same principles apply. We are a service provider, healthcare provider. We provide services to people. We're consistently, whether you're a dentist, dental assistant, dental lab technician, I don't care, dental hygienist, we're consistently providing care and treatment for individuals. And we're doing this in 10 to 12 hours. Then we've got to come home, care for our family, care for our pets, and maybe the needs of our family. And then, most people, they get on social media, they're all over the place, and there has not been not one thing that you've done for yourself for the day, whether that's practicing gratitude, taking the time to meditate, filling yourself up with positive, affirming messages. That's thinking beyond the prophy. And thinking beyond the prophy doesn't mean that you need to leave the op. As soon as people hear the concept of thinking beyond the prophy, they're just like, oh, it's another person talking about getting out of the op. Well, then if we all get out of the op, who's going to be there to care for our patients? We need to understand that there's not enough people talking about how are we caring for ourselves. Most people, when it comes to CE or taking it into continuing education, what are they trying to do? I need to get 30 credits, 45 credits, 60 credits, whatever the credits are, just so I can renew my licensure. But have you ever stopped and thought, perhaps I need to listen to something upbuilding. Perhaps I need something that's motivating, empowering, so that I can continue to provide the best top-notch service. Perhaps you need that kick in your butt that's saying, hey, that negative self-talk that you've been giving yourself for the past 10 years is ridiculous. And you need to be reminded of the greatness within yourself. That's thinking beyond the prophy. That is really considering, how can I be the best version of myself? And that is exactly what the mission is of ours. And so when I saw this quote today on Instagram of people saying his call to action was, are you willing to say, this is the last year that I'm going to take less than what I deserve? The foundation of that is confidence. The foundation of that is self-esteem. We have so many professionals that are out there that are treating patients who are supposed to be providing them the best version of themselves, yet they're not pouring into themselves. They have no confidence. They have no self-esteem. They're living in the past. They're living based off of regrets. They're living in a place of negativity because they're not taking the time to pour into themselves. We don't have enough resources in dentistry that helps us appreciate that. So I want you to join in with me. I commented on that picture and I said, last year, because even though there's so much growth that I've gone through in the last 3 years, there's still that little bit of inkling of feeling like I don't deserve asking for what I'm worth. I don't deserve confronting this particular difficult conversation and making it clear on what boundaries are necessary in order to communicate with me. Healthy boundaries. Asking for what you're worth. Taking the time to educate yourself on the business of clinical practice so that you can then communicate in the language that your dentist will understand or the office manager will understand. What are you doing so that you are no longer accepting less than what you deserve? We've got to start taking in more knowledge. We've got to start taking in more positive words and thinking into our life and understanding that we are enough. We need to stop basing our current circumstance on what the future holds. And so when I saw this quote today, it really encouraged me to keep going. Keep going, Jasmine. Keep sending out this message, knocking down these doors, putting my little bit of coins that I've got into this message until it gets through to the people that truly need to hear it. I'm reaching out to all the Jasmines out there who are disgruntled, who are jaded, who are feeling like enough is enough. I don't know which way to turn. This is your first step. This is your first step. Start feeding yourself. Be ferocious with taking in as much knowledge. This is free. Podcasts are free. Joining positive, affirming groups are free. Take some time to learn through Audible. Take some time to join in other groups outside of dentistry that are focused on growth mindset. That's where you begin. So, Are you ready to join me? Are you ready to join me? Are you ready to join Beyond the Prophy and start accepting more? Start accepting what we deserve, not asking for permission, just taking bold action. If you're ready to take that bold action, let me get an amen. Share this episode with someone that you know that needs to hear it. Put on this episode when you feel like you're starting to talk a little cray-cray to yourself and you're like, wait a minute. Hold up. I said I wasn't going this way. This is not me working towards my future. This is me living in my past. Take that bold action. Join the BTP crew and self-discovery and knowing what you're worth and making that impact that we all can make, whether we are providing treatment to our patients or choosing other forms to live through our passion. We can all make a difference. So I thank you for your time. I hope to see you around on our Facebook community, on Beyond the Prophy community. We hope to see you at some of our events. Start saving those coins for I Think Beyond the Prophy conference for 2019, because it's going to be the bomb diggity. And this year we're going to be doing a retreat. We're going to be doing a retreat focused on taking care of that inner person, because I can't tell you how much it's made an impact on who I am today and the growth that I've had, because I was reminded of that by just branching out and listening to people outside of that little small space that I was in. All right, until next time, I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.